This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Carter. I'm welcoming you to another sports catastrophe, and today is March the 5th. Unfortunately, I don't have a super historic event for March the 5th. So, just as a heads up, there will be another video today, but it will be on another topic. Basically, let's talk about the birthday boy, and this birthday boy is Bryan Berard. Born on March 5th, 1977, so he is 44 years old today. And he was an American defenseman in the NHL. He was drafted first overall in the 1995 NHL draft by the Ottawa Senators. Berard played his junior hockey with the Detroit Junior Red Wings / Detroit Whalers. And all that. But Berard did not want to play for Ottawa, probably because of how bad the Senators were at one time or the other. Because remember, this Ottawa Senators team was very terrible, more terrible than they are now. But they couldn't get out of their way for anything. They had some troubles drafting and all that, especially Alex Daigle, who they basically tanked a couple games for, and he had turned out to be a massive flop. Although they got Radek Bonk in the '94 draft, and that was pretty good. But basically, Bryan Berard didn't want to play for them. So the Islanders decided they wanted this Bryan Berard guy. So the Senators decided to trade Berard and Straka to the New York Islanders for Wade Redden and Damian Rhodes. A lot of people give the Islanders crap for this deal because, how could you trade away two future All-Stars for a goal, two not so famous people? But the trade actually worked out for Ottawa more so than you thought. Okay, you can blame Mike Bilberry, but I mean, Berard never didn't play a game in the NHL. And Martin Straka, Martin Straka was not yet out of his shell yet. Basically, he was with Ottawa, he was doing okay, and then he went to the Islanders, he didn't do much, and then they traded Straka to Pittsburgh for Smolinski. That's when Straka basically turned into a superstar and all that. No, the Islanders got Martin Straka. They traded away Wade Redden. Yeah, Wade Redden was the defensive stalwart for the Ottawa Senators for a lot of years before the New York Rangers basically needed him and overpaid for him. And then Damian Rhodes, he was a decent goalie for Ottawa. He was basically the starting goalie for Ottawa until he got hurt, and Ron Tugnutt took over the reins in '97 on their playoff push. Rhodes was the first ever goalie in Atlantic Thrashers history. So anyway, Berard was huge. And in '97, his first NHL season, he got the Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year. He played for the Americans in the '98 Winter Olympics, which was good. However, that wasn't enough, as the Islanders, after 4 years, decided to trade him to the Leafs. I would say that's for Wendell Clark, but that's incorrect. I don't know who I wonder who the Leafs traded for him, because it's daunting and all that. Yeah, he was traded. Oh, he was traded for Potvin. January 1999, he was traded from the Islanders alongside a 6th-round pick in the 1999 draft that basically was nothing. To Toronto in exchange for Felix Potvin and a 6th-round pick that ended up being nothing himself. So basically, with Cujo being the star goalie in Toronto, Potvin didn't feel like he could play the backup role. However, Bryan Berard basically was a decent player for the New York Islanders. So it was huge. However, what wasn't huge was his injury. March 11, 2000, when the Leafs were playing in Ottawa, the stick of Marian Hossa of Ottawa accidentally clipped Bryan in the right eye on a follow-through, injuring it. The eye was slashed on the scleria, which had a retinal tear and a detached retina. Basically, he ended up getting a $6.5 million settlement from his insurance company, even though he couldn't play again. However, Bryan went through eye operations to improve his vision to a decent things. And he even got a contact lens that met the league's minimum vision requirement 20 over 400. So what people see from 400 feet away, Bryan would have to see from 20 feet away. All that. Bryan Berard wanted to play hockey so much, he actually returned his insurance settlement and risked and come back to the NHL to try out for the New York Rangers. He ended up having a $2 million contract for the 2003 season. He only scored 23 points despite playing in every game for the Rangers that year. He would have a couple of one-year stints with the Bruins and the Blackhawks before going to Columbus for a few years. All that. He did win the Bill Masterton Trophy for his dedication to hockey 2004 because of his perseverance and all that. So anyway, yeah. So Berard had a decent year. He won the Calder, he won the NHL All-Rookie. He was part of the NHL All-Rookie team, the Bill Masterton Award, and all that. But basically, yeah, the Oilers traded away someone who looked decent and all that. Berard shook off a lot of people saying that he couldn't play hockey and all that, especially after the injury, that 2002 campaign with the Rangers. But with Boston and Chicago and Columbus, he scored 3 straight 10-goal seasons, which is amazing for someone with that eye vision. And he came back to the Oilers in 2008. I did not know that. But I guess that's where we got out of the loop. So anyway, Bryan Berard was a fantastic player. Too bad his eye injury just ruined his potential. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adu.